Charlie Wilkinson and Cleet. I want to make sure that we, before I introduce our keynote speaker, none of us would be here today if it weren't for Ron DeLord. So if he's here, I'd like to recognize him. Ron had the dream of building the wall here. He was convinced over time and led all of the people at Cleet who do the Peace Officer Memorial Foundation work to learn about the fallen, and it's our honor to do these services. And so if Ron is here, I'd like for him to step up for a second. Thanks, Ron.
I'm just going to say one thing. I heard it at a funeral here in Austin. We don't pay the police for what they do. We pay the police for what they're willing to do. God bless them. Thank you.
Our keynote speaker is the Honorable David Dewhurst, and I want to say before we bring him up that I never really attended a memorial service. This is my 20th year with Cleet. I'd never attended a memorial service until David Dewhurst attended with me. When he walked out on the South Steps the first time, he innately grasps the situation, and it's ministered, I would say, to all the fallen officers' families and their children, and has taken time every year to spend a little moment with each one of those orphan children of law enforcement. And every year that he's come back, it's a fresh reminder of seeing what you do and the sacrifice that you make, and seeing it from a set of different eyes. It's just my honor to introduce to you today Lieutenant Governor of Texas, David Dewhurst.
Charlie, thank you for those words. I don't care where I am, I don't care what I'm doing. When Charlie calls, if there's a memorial service, I'm here. So I have a special spot in my heart for each and every one of you officers. I'm with peace officers every day. I'm with the DPS sometimes from sunrise to sunset. And you're looking at somebody who's a volunteer. I volunteered and served in the United States Air Force during the Vietnam War. And then the CIA overseas. And I understand. And you never know when your number's going to get called. And Ron, thank you. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Because for every one of you officers, for every one of the brave young men and women that are keeping us free, literally, you didn't sign up to get paid. You're not getting paid for what you do. What you're willing to do. So, thank you for being here. We got officers from all around the state of Texas. You've ridden in from all parts, and I consider this where we're standing right now sacred ground. This is ground zero. This is a reminder to every one of us that when we make a commitment, whether we're raising our right hand and we're in the military, we're a law enforcement officer, God can take us in a moment. And what's particularly touching to me is when we have families coming through. Because my dad was killed when I was 3 years old. And I relate to each one of those children. And so this old basketball player, when I get on my knees on the concrete, and I talk to them, and I tell them they're going to be all right. Because I was all right. And I just want them to grow up and be half the person that their mom and their dad was. Means a lot to me. So it's an honor for me to be here. But just looking at that memorial behind you, doesn't it make you proud? Makes you sad. But These heroes are never forgotten. These heroes remind us of the thin blue line that separates you, the thin blue line, separates us, all of us, and your families, and businesses and churches, from bad actors. And when you choose to stand on that thin line, when I think about it, it's an awesome thing. When you stand on that thin blue line, you've made the decision that you accept the possibility that you may be asked to lay down your life as a deposit that the rest of society can live. God bless you. God bless you. Because I believe in all my heart that our country, any country, cannot survive without a huge, strong counterbalance against evil, bad people out there. And so it's been my honor over the years to stand with Charlie and Todd, that building over there, for 11 years now, and fight for you all. I mean, I can't tell you how many times Charlie's come to my office and given me a list, and we've done it. Because I want to make sure that you have the resources, and that you can do your job and that you're protected. You know, right after Cleve paid for the architect's work on the memorial, and we got this monument here, in this spot, right next to something that's close to my heart, that Vietnam Memorial. Two groups of people that have fought for all of us to be safe. But over that pink building, every session, we're trying to do everything we can to protect you all. Whether it's last session, an omnibus gang bill, or passing legislation that makes it easier for the families of fallen heroes to have insurance. I've always been pleased for police officers in the Senate to get things done, to twist a few arms. And I can tell law enforcement officers, I've really never broken the one arm. But we need to do what's right. And protecting you and protecting your families is what's right. Because when we lose an officer, you know this better than I do. We're not losing a badge number. We're losing a mom or dad, or brother or sister. We lose a little bit about what's great about Texas, even at the same time we're showing the importance of justice. The names of the men and women that are inscribed on this monument behind me are a long tradition in Texas, dating back to the days of the Old West. It's a reminder of our law enforcement, our peace officers, and the unbroken chain of courage and sacrifice, which you all do every day. When you put on that uniform every day, that's a sacrifice. It's a part of a tradition of service in American Texas, maintained by heroes to keep us safe. And as Lieutenant Governor of the state of Texas, I've got a commitment and you've got a commitment to keep this state safe. And I believe in putting dangerous criminals behind bars where they belong. And if they commit heinous crimes, I believe in the death penalty. Whenever Governor Perry is out of the state, I'm the acting governor, and I presided over 40 some odd different executions. I believe in a safe state. As long as I have the honor to serve this state, I'm going to continue to do everything I can to work with Charlie and Todd and all of you all to make sure in that building that you've got the tools and the resources necessary for you to do the job and to stay safe. You have my word. You also have my and the state's undying admiration and respect for what you do every day. So I just want to end by saying, I thank you for your service. I thank you for your courage. Officers, thank you for your courage. And I thank you for every day when you're on duty, you're taking the attitude with people, not on my watch. United Prairie, Texas. God bless you.